You guys haven't heard that Sora is bankrupt and they're going to stop service. I don't know how this happened, but we got to talk about it. Is it because all the Disney money ran out? Is it because OpenAI can't afford nothing? Is it because the data centers are too expensive? I have no idea. So let's talk about, at least the article talks about it. So it says here, OpenAI is shutting down its Sora creation app. The Disney deal with OpenAI, which the companies struck in December, will be dissolved. And it says here, we are saying goodbye to Sora. We will share more soon, including time-lapse for the app and the API and details on preserving your work. The closure of the resource-intensive AI app comes to an unexpected, well, expected for me, initial public stock offering from OpenAI in the coming months. OpenAI has recently come under intense pressure from the rival AI company Anthropic, whose AI systems have soared in popularity among leading businesses and software engineers. Anthropic, with its flagship Claude family of AI models, have I don't know how to say that word, eschewed products like image and video generation, instead to focus on scarce computational resources on text and code generation. So I can't believe this happened. I knew that this was going to happen eventually. There was no way they were going to be able to afford all that. That was a venture capital thing. They hoped that was going to work out and didn't work out. I want to talk a little bit about what happened over time and what I believe. So Sora was one of the most hyped AI video generation things when it was teased, right? It started in February 2024, and they shared a stupid, ugly video. I'm sure you guys seen it where the woman's walking through Tokyo and it's all messed up. I'm sure everyone's seen that. And it was, they were trying to tell you that it was like a world simulator, but it was like understanding motion and objects, and it was like, it felt like new AI. And because if you guys noticed, all those AI bros that started with AI, all they talk about is AI video now. They don't talk about image generation anymore because that's not popular. So when they launched it, it was extremely limited, and it was only a small group of people who were there for safe testing for misinformation and biases. And then eventually there was a public release in December, which was almost a year later, almost. And they had Sora and Sora Turbo. And I remember basically when Sora came on, within a month, they changed the prices of Sora. Having Sora Turbo was way, way, way more expensive than the regular Sora. And it was initially available for ChatGPT Plus and Pro users. Well, just in the US. Now, it included a lot of stuff, which was, I don't care about that, so it doesn't matter. So Sora 2 came out in 2025, and it had a standalone app that was going to be like a TikTok. I think the idea was that if they had TikTok, people would get addicted and then pay, because it was like a paying TikTok type app kind of thing. And it was going to run alongside the dedicated app, the Sora 2. So they came out at the same time. Now, this version had audio. So over time, they came up with some editing tools for it, extensions on how to continue a video into longer clips. And it was like up to 25 seconds for pro users. Now, I've seen so many Sora videos, and almost all of them are like some really dumb shit. I'm sure you guys seen it online where it's like, oh, let me take this person, let me take that person and put them together and make them a WWF wrestler doing a promo. Or let's put these guys in and have them fighting each other. See, look, it's so great. I didn't even need to pay for anything at all. Or even worse, I actually saw one where they took a movie, translated it from some whatever movie they liked into AI, and then they spent like 500 credits or something, which is equivalent to $500, some crazy stupid amount of money, and put it into Sora so they could release it and go, I've made a movie, guys. Did you see my whatever the name of the movie was? This is going to be a game changer. By the way, I hate hearing people say this is going to be a game changer. I want to die every time I hear it. So anyway, so the problem is, once they said that they were discontinuing the Sora consumer app and the web experience, they didn't give an exact day of the shutdown, but anyway, this is the main reasons. So they need to resource allocation and compute priorities, which is what Anthropic is doing, because ChatGPT just basically got a Pentagon contract, and they didn't sign that they wouldn't use AI to hurt humanity, so just keep that in your left pocket, I guess. And it says OpenAI wants to shift to higher priority areas like advanced reasoning models, coding, enterprise product, and world simulation, research for robotics, and real world physical tasks. Video generation is very compute intensive, and they described Sora as a side quest. That comes from PC Magazine, by the way. So because, like I said, AI is for it's for people who want to gamble and people who have an addiction issue. Okay, I'm not talking about the rest of them. I'm talking about the majority. They're in for the hype, they're in for the excitement, and once the excitement dies down, well, that's it. And that's the majority of their user base. So it says, but Yahoo said that after a massive launch, the app saw sharp drops in downloads and spending. It fell to 32% month over month in December 2025, and another 45% in January 2026. After the novelty wore off, it struggled to retain its user despite its early hype. And that is directly because it's mostly hype. Like these image generators and stuff like that, they're mostly hype. And I feel that like have you guys seen, you know how on Twitter when there was that thing where, oh, this new AI thing came in where you can like take someone's art and you can just like do whatever you want to it. That was hype shit. It came out for a little bit, it caused a lot of problems, and they took it away. And now people have to like do more. People need to go further to show effort to now do the thing that they could do before with Grok. So they want to narrow the focus to just consumer experiments that double down on productivity and enterprise stuff, which is, in my mind, whenever I thought that we were going to have AI, I always thought it was going to be more of a productivity thing. It wasn't going to be doing creative works. It wasn't going to be doing creative tasks. Writing a book isn't productivity. You know what I mean? Like productivity is work, and a creative task is like doing something that you have a passion for. So I wouldn't believe AI would be used for creative tasks. So one of the main issues was the issues over deepfakes, unauthorized use of likenesses and IPs, and Hollywood had concerns about the data, the training data, and this led to some policy tweaks and partnerships, which was obviously, I was just literally talking about this in the car with my husband, where it was like Disney gave them like $1 billion to stay open right after they did the character licensing thing. That was literally like a few months ago. Like it had this whole thing that it was planning to do with Disney where they were going to have Sora 2 videos on the Disney Plus app. I'm hoping that they're not going to do that because that was stupid. I did want to mention right here that it says, we appreciate the constructive collaboration between our teams and what we learned from it all, but we will continue to engage with AI platforms to find new ways to meet fans where they are while responsibly embracing new technologies that respect IP and the rights of creators. Whew. And there was also, right here, in the recent weeks, top OpenAI executives have said that they are sharpening the company's focus, recognizing that it cannot do everything at once. Last year, OpenAI's head of Sora, Bill Peebles, announced limits on the number of videos users could generate due to the limited supply of computer chips available to power the video generation model. Just hear me out. I knew that some of this stuff was not going to last because it is a money sink, and OpenAI literally said once they moved over to the new year, said that they had no money. They were going to go bankrupt if they didn't get money by 2027. They got Disney money, and then it's like they were just running out of money, running out of things. Because I don't know if you guys heard, but there's also like, they're making like data centers that don't have any stuff in them. It's just the building. It's just a huge warehouse. And data centers are huge. They're massive. I never seen a data center before. I watched a video about data centers not that long ago, today. And they're massive, massive. I can't imagine tearing down a place, building a massive data center, and then because of this AI shit, computer chips and stuff are super hard to get. So now we just have open buildings not generating any money that's promised to communities that are going to be long-term problems. And where's all those jobs they promised? Come on now. I just want to show you guys this. So I'm kind of acquainted a little bit with Ricky Berwick. I know that some of you guys have seen him before, but he thinks AI is funny, and he's like, you know, he's in a wheelchair and stuff. And he's like, how will I make videos like this now? Where it's him going down the stairs in his wheelchair. And then right below that is RJ Palmer and Carla Ortiz. This is the best 3 comments in this whole damn section. And if you guys want to support me, because I do all this work here, please follow, subscribe, and go to my Patreon. Dang it, all my full res art and my writing over there. But as I close up the video, I'm kind of thinking like maybe that's why people prefer Claude over like OpenAI products. Every time I hear somebody talking about something related to AI, they're usually some kind of coder using AI, or they're forced to use, like, I have a guy who is like a banker coding guy that has to use AI. He uses Claude specifically. Every time I hear about Claude, it's like always doing, you know what it is? Claude's trying to be the Apple of AI. And ChatGPT is kind of like, I don't know, it's like Bing. I don't know how to explain it. How do you guys feel about Sora 2 shutting down? Do you guys think this is a movement in the right direction? Because they can't be paying for all that shit. How do you think Seed Dance is going to do, because it's in China? Do you think that that's going to go over well? Do you think they're going to be able to like have a data center that's going to be able to deal with all that? Because now that there's no Sora 2, they got Grok and they got Seed Dance. And Seed Dance is about to come out. Like yesterday, it said it's rolling out. So we're about to see more people go, oh my god, this is a game changer. It's gonna change Hollywood, everyone. Oh my god, kill me. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.